Sympathy leak.
Sympathy. There you go. All right, here we go. Episode 27 this week of Building Character. Some things have happened since last week. We'll talk about that a little bit, I guess. Caesar RE, Black Hack 2K, our guest this week, the one and only Wootbeerfloat. He's in my opinion one of the best logos out there. Like, it's kind of awesome. I'm jealous of it all the time. It's just like a giant beer mug with Woot in it, whatever Woot is, if Woot is root, you know.
Yeah. Yo, thank you for that like, man. Appreciate it.
So you're way off. See, you are way off today.
I clicked my foot pedal twice.
You're on some different levels. We're gonna have to work through that. We'll
I'm muted.
Yeah. So Woot, let's get a quick little intro about yourself, and then we'll jump into just open discussion.
Of course. Hello, audience. My name is Wootbeerfloat. I'm 27 years old. I'm a father of one. I got a nice 3-year-old, sweet little perfect girl. I am a Twitch streamer as well. I am not streaming right now because I'm having issues with my Steam. But I stream Apex COD. I beat the shit out of Black and COD all the time. You can probably see it on his stream 9 times out of 10. Let's see. I make rugs. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm a pretty simple guy. So I appreciate Man Theaters and Black having me on today.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you didn't mention GTA in there, but I actually wanted to talk a little bit about GTA on this today. Okay. Because
go for it.
The other day, man, I came into, and I've come in a couple times. You've been playing GTA, but I was like having a conversation with you, but then honestly just watching, and I'm like, man, I knew GTA had this world, but I was like, is Woot like working a 9 to 5 right now, like the midnight shift at this mechanic shop? Like,
he does.
Yeah.
That roleplay is wild.
I'm like, oh my god.
I'll never understand it.
It's just so okay. So like everybody's played GTA 5. Like it's been out for fucking like forever. There's no way.
The campaign.
Like it's been out since like 2013. Okay, yeah. and there are things that you know that you it's like when you get arrested by the police in GTA Online, right? You just spawn right back in front of the police station. That's pretty much it.
Yep.
But with GTA, like with GTA RP, like you get arrested, like they take you into jail, like they take your fingerprints, like they take your mugshot, like
time for that.
Like it's legitimate. Like and they
So people actually show up to shifts.
No, that's what he was doing. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that I'm just clarifying to everyone that doesn't know what RP is. It's role play. And they legitimately show up to shifts.
They were talking about an interview. He was talking to this other guy about the outfit he wore to an interview. And I'm watching this and I'm just like, these guys are serious. Like they showed up to an interview and they were like and they were honestly, you guys were dogging on somebody else that showed up in some trashy outfit. I'm like, wait a minute. They're like talking shit on somebody else who went to an interview in something else. It was fucking wild.
See, but it's fun. It's like so it's not like you get a weekly schedule sent to you on the Discord and you're like, all right, hey, Woot Beer, you have to work Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 9 to 5. It's not fucking like that. No, it's not like that. You can clock in because like in GTA Online, right? You can basically do so much stuff to grab like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, right? You can't do that in RP. Like that shit doesn't exist. So you have to do like jobs. Like you have to drive the bus and you get like $2,000 a route that you finish. You can deliver mail. You can like drive a taxi cab, and then you have like the factions for like the government jobs, so like the LSPD, the medics, the Bayview, the mechanics, the Department of Corrections. Those you get paid like a salary, and the reason like people work those jobs is because you get fat money from working like RP, you know, like role playing those jobs. It's like $6,000 an hour, which is more than you can make in the game, and then you can go have fun with it. You know what I mean? It's very different.
I just want to be the douchebag that rolls around just being like a troll. Because I know they have those.
But you know what happens to them?
Tell me.
Okay, so 2 things happen. First time, they just get straight up sent, like the they call them the admins are called gods because you can't you're RPing, so you can't say, hey, somebody report this guy to an admin.
Okay.
It doesn't work for RP, so you have to like call God. And so and then he gets taken away to like a private server, and then he has like a talk with him. And if then he keeps doing like if you're like not taking the game, like I see Black, I see you doing this, but like if you're not like, you can be dumb and goofy and shit, but if you're trying to if you're trying to rob me and I have my gun up and I'm like, yo, like don't fucking move, and you're like, yeah, fuck you, and when you walk away and blah blah blah, like you're breaking the RP. That's the only thing they don't like. But you can run around and be in trouble all you want. It's fun, bro. Okay?
No, that's a life inside of a life. You might as well be Ready Player One at that point.
No, so, you know, ever like this whole conversation, right? The only thing, hopefully you guys have seen it, right? The only thing I can get out, like I can't get out of my head, is Hot Tub Time Machine and the young kid in it who's downstairs in the basement. And John Cusack, you know, his uncle comes down. He says, "What are you doing?" And he's like working out in his prison cell. You know, he's got his video game guy, and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm in prison." He's like, "You were in jail last week." He's like, "Yeah, I did the crime. Now I got to do the time."
Oh my god!
And he's talking about his roleplay character. That's all I can think of right now.
No shot.
And you know what's funny is that actually, so the DOC, the Department of Corrections, right? So if you like murder somebody like for no reason, like, and you get caught, or you rob the bank and get caught, they take your ass to a modded version of the Department of Corrections, put you in a cell, and you have to sit your like however much, like, so like I think it's like an equivalent of like a day is like an hour.
Yeah. What happens like the other day, you guys were in that parking lot and that guy died. What happens to that player? Like, do they have to restart? Like, what happens to that player?
So when you die, essentially what you have to do is you have to forget basically like what happened in the last like 3 hours or say, like, so if I kill you, you can't come back immediately and be like, hey, you just killed me, and then kill me. It's not like, you know, because you forget because you died.
No shot am I playing that.
But what do you mean by forget? Because like maybe the video game forgot. Like I don't forget. You know what I mean? Like I know.
Right.
Like I remember you with the flamingo hat, you little bastard.
Right. I get it, but you know, like that's part of the, you know, like, you know, there's only, let's say 200 people on at a time, right? You know, there's no NPCs. It's all real people.
Is it only 200 people at a time? That's what I was wondering too. When I saw people going everywhere, it seemed like there were thousands.
It depends. Like, so you can, I've seen it as low as only having like 80 or 90, and I've seen it having like 400.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one Ranger plays is way up there.
Well, but it depends though, because Eclipse, in my opinion, is the second best one that you can get into, because you can make them where you have like a bunch of players, but usually like the support and like the game itself isn't like, basically you can like spawn vehicles and get away with a bunch more shit and stuff like that than you can in like Eclipse. Like No Pixel, like the one that like XQC plays in, like all those big ass streamers, like that's, you gotta like donate to get into that one. Like you have to donate like to get on the donator list in order to get into the server. Can
you explain to me why that off-duty cop didn't turn you in for having a gun in your hand?
Because I have a license for it, and at that point in time,
he literally tripped Black, and he bumped his scroll wheel, and then next thing you know, he had his gun out, but he didn't even know he had his gun out. And then there's this like off-duty cop walking around. And then he was having a conversation with the cop, like, "Hey, so these people keep stealing our stuff. When do I have the authority to pull my gun on him?" And he's like checking all these things by the book.
And I'm like, nah, fuck that. Like, there's such a gray area. You know, it's just, I enjoy GTA as a game, and so seeing a super modded version out that even Rockstar won't give us makes it worth it to me. Because because you like, you know, you actually fix the fucking cars yourself. And that's cool. Like, it's cool.
So, hardcore. He plays this game too. So I don't know if you know hardcore, either of you. You might, Woo.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about Caesar.
I've seen hardcore in your stream.
He plays GTA roleplay, and the time I was watching him, I ended up watching him for like a full 30 minutes.
Oh, I jumped out of Woots because I knew I was getting sucked in. And I'm like, I can't do this.
Literally like a
not...
reality TV show.
Yeah, I'm out.
Hardcore and this other guy are going over this ridge, and they're like going into, P7, Adam 13.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the? He's like, oh, dude, I'm calling in all these codes because this guy's like, riding on top of a bluff that he's not allowed to be on with a motorcycle instead of an all-terrain vehicle. And I'm like, what the?
Listen,
what?
I'm not gonna lie. I was watching and having a conversation with Woot. Chatting him, then talk to him about this. I found myself watching Woot stand in a mechanic parking lot in the middle of the night having a conversation, and I thought to myself, yeah, I need to go to sleep. I am now at that point where I am like engulfed in this, and I'm like getting sucked into something that I have no taken, and he's literally working a shift. Okay, he's clearly working this parking lot. And when he said he'd sign up for this, I'm like, okay, I can go to sleep. I can ask him all these questions live. I don't have to ask him them now, because I was like, what? Oh man, I mean, don't get me wrong.
No,
it's one of those things that like. I think it would be a second life for me. Like it would literally suck me in, and then next thing you know, I would blend my first and second life. I don't think I would know which one was which.
My wife would come in, and I'm like, "Shut up, Cheryl."
Okay. low key. Okay, so like low key.
Yeah, can you get married in that? Can you get married in that role play?
Oh, please tell me yes.
Fuck, you want to? Yeah.
Oh my god.
So. What's fascinating to me, like, and it's just funny. So because you have to type. So like when you do an action, right? So like when I go to pop the hood on a car to fix it, right? You do like /me pops the hood of the car, and then it makes the text red, so you know that I'm doing an action, right? Makes sense.
Yeah.
No shot, man.
I was at work.
Oh, you did that?
And then I was like, I wasn't typing what I was doing, but I started with /me. Like that was the very first thing that I would type for like 3 or 4 times. And I was like, I have
a problem.
Because you have to do it, every time you're doing.
Yeah, I saw what you were doing. Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. This is a real question. With Xbox's launch of Windows 11 that I actually got a part to see, yesterday, what are you going to do when you realize you can play GTA roleplay anywhere you have your phone?
I don't think you can, because you have to.
You can play any Windows application remotely.
Right.
It's still in dev. You can play any application. That means you can load any game and play it remotely.
That's if your device can run it.
No, that's not if your phone can run it. It's if your computer can run it.
But you have to go through a special server launcher. Like you have to launch. You have to launch.
You are basically remoting into your computer with 0 lag. If your computer and phone have the same connection, so like a high-speed connection, doesn't even have to be the same server, like same router, nothing. The Xbox is already rolling out a mod for Android devices such as Samsung and Apple devices. You read it all when you launch Windows 11.
Honestly, I don't think it would be the same experience. I think I would keep it on my computer.
I mean, yeah, obviously, but like, can you imagine the
next level that it's going to take? But if you could be putting your hours in while actually doing your other hours.
So, but the problem is that like doing everything that's on that screen on my phone would be impossible. No way. Because
what if you have a control? What if you have a controller?
But there's
mouse and keyboard.
Mouse and keyboard with your phone. We shouldn't open this door for him, Black. We shouldn't open this door.
No. I'm telling you, I wouldn't do it because there's no way I'd be able to fucking see what I'm doing.
Nuts. I would drive.
There's no way I'd be able to see what I'm doing correctly.
I can understand that some of them commands be really tiny.
He might end up shooting somebody and have to do some time.
At that point, you would just have to do what Justin said and get a big ass tablet and walk around.
Because I already have to. I can barely see the text as it is on this giant Samsung TV that I have attached as my second monitor. So it's like, it being even smaller would just be like.
I'm telling you what though, I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not joking about this. I was getting absolutely sucked in to what was happening, and I realized it because you know, I'll watch other streams, right? You know, being somebody who likes to have it, you know, watch somebody do it. And I get sucked in, you know, like when I need to be doing something else, I'll get sucked in. I don't even know. I don't know how to describe it. It was like I was when I realized I was watching somebody else work their second job in a video game, I realized like I have to shut this down.
You know, same thing with me in hardcore. I was like,
it's like if I went to Walmart and I stood there and
streaming,
watched the cashier just check just keep cashing things out, you know. If I stood there and watched them do it, is basically what I found myself doing. You know, go to the mechanic shop and watch them. I was like, oh my God. But I was trying to learn, like I was trying to figure out, like, because I've heard so many good things people saying about the roleplay that I had to watch a little bit to get the gist of it.
I couldn't do it, man.
But you didn't list that as one of your games, but I've seen you now streaming it multiple times, right? You are streaming that quite a bit.
Well, I got nervous and I got camera shy. Okay.
Oh, okay. Like, so it is.
I'm sorry.
Where is it on your list there? Where's it on your list?
So, like, honestly, like, it really, like, it depends on what kind of game I'm in the mood to play. Like, if I'm in the mood to just, like, relax and hang back and just fucking fix some cars, then I'll play GTA. But if I want to, like...
I don't know if that would be the move for me. When I would want to relax, I don't know if I'd want to go to my second job.
Right, but
I'd be like, I ain't putting in the time today.
Okay, but think about it this way. But it's a second life that you can do practically anything you want, say anything to anybody that you can't do in your actual life.
Well, now we're getting it. Dude, I'm no shot. I would get confused. I would be like, I'd walk out and be like, Miranda, I'm going to go rob the bank today.
There's no way, but no.
Dude, I'm telling you. Dude, no way. If that becomes mainstream to the point like Among Us was or Fortnite when it first come out,
it was
you would
already.
have people. Nah, bro. Not like Fortnite. No way.
Okay, but you can't compare GTA to Fortnite.
No,
yeah,
I'm
it's a
saying,
different type of thing.
I know, but
he's
I'm
just
like
saying,
comparing
like,
the magnitude.
Yeah, he's saying like if
you would have people confused.
Wait, so you don't think that GTA is more popular than Fortnite?
Maybe not right now, but like
at the peak of Fortnite and the peak of GTA.
If you put GTA at the peak of Fortnite, you would have weird shit happening in the world, bro.
I'm telling you, wasn't there a time where people were like doing things in the world and then blaming it on, I thought it was GTA.
Fortnite? Yeah.
No, I thought it was GTA. I thought like they would commit a crime and then be like,
I thought it was GTA.
Yeah, just blends their real world together, right? Anywho, I'm telling you, man, if you could go and you meet somebody and you're like, let's go get hitched, and then you have like a family with them, and you're like, I guess you can't have kids in that game because, like, I don't know how that would work, but I don't know.
I feel like Yoshi load up.
Listen, I was watching that, and I was just like, kind of like I was all in on what was going on. I'm like, wait, why is this undercover cop not busting him? And now they're talking about their outfits, and he's asking for advice on his shoes. And then they started talking about they went to the interview in this outfit, and then they started dogging on this other guy who went in tennis shorts. And it was just like a whole bunch of stuff going on. And then a guy dying in the parking lot. And like everybody's just rolling up to this mechanic shop in the middle of the night. And I started to ask myself, like, does it ever get bright in San Andreas or wherever they're at? You know, it's like it's pitch black outside. What the heck? And it was good. It was a good time, Woot. I'm telling you, it was a good time.
So you think that GTRP is entertaining to watch then?
100%.
I think it's for
it's like watching reality TV show.
For me, I think it is way more immersive than any other game that I've been watching.
I agree.
Check your Discord. I want you to show you how immersive this actually is. I just sent you a message, Caesar.
Not important.
You know, I did this for the first time. I separated the two. I popped out the window. Normally, I would say I can't do this until after. But what are you in a courtroom here?
No, that's my firearm safety course that I had to take.
Yeah, you took
license for a handgun.
Yeah.
No shot.
Yeah.
No shot.
Yeah, and somebody's teaching it.
So not only do you have to go onto the like the government quote unquote website, which is basically just like the forum for like that thing, and apply for a license. Like you can't go to a gun store and just buy a gun. Like you have to like actually go to the website, fill out an application to purchase a firearm, and then if you get approved, you have to go for this class. And Black, I'm about to say this, and I already know your reaction. I already know what you're gonna say. I mean, it's oh no, shot. I had to get up at 4:30 in the morning to make this firearms meeting because it was 9 a.m. Universal Standard Time.
No shot! It's not happening, dude. That's another life.
Yeah, he's literally living a different life in a different time zone.
Maybe this is why I have like.
Bitch, I gotta be able to get my kids up.
Listen, I'm telling
No
you,
shot.
I am telling you right now, it clicked for me. I will repeat it as many times as possible that it clicked. That I don't even know what time it was. It was like 2, it was probably 2 my time. It was getting late for me. And I popped in there and I realized I was watching this man work a second job. And I'm like, okay. All right. I was so glad it like timed me out. His chat timed me out for whatever I said. I don't even know what I said. It immediately like no warning, just timed me out or something. And I was like, or maybe it didn't even time me out, just deleted a whole bunch of chats. But I was like, okay,
no,
this is,
I'm like,
I was like, this is a good place to just separate, you know? Cause I'm like, I'm in it and I'm about to watch this man work a second gig.
You know, like it's addicting, man. I can't I hate to say it. Like it's not like I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait till I get home and clock into the Bayview so I can fix it. It's not like that, like by any means.
I bet you it is. I bet you sometimes it is. I bet you sometimes it is.
You're like, oh man, just got.
Okay, you know what? I take that back.
Down for some RP.
I mean, you were hyping up your cars in that and everything, man.
Okay, you saw my car.
I did.
Big-titted anime girls are life, bro. Like you should know this. What do you?
He's
mean?
like, my whip's got hentai on it.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh my god, no.
And then I have a spaceship they're cool.
It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. All around. Like I said, I mean, I was in no way being sarcastic about my questions or anything. Like
no, I didn't think you were.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes it would come off as it, right? Like sometimes it would come off like, are you kidding me? You play that? No, I mean, I was in. So if you guys want to see some GTA role play at some point, you want to get immersed, just watch, you know, you might get stuck watching for like, and then you look at your real time and 12 hours just went by. Okay. And you just watch this man, you know, work the Bayview mechanic shop.
But it does go by so fast.
Can I get a picture of the car? People want to see it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
I got you. Hold on. It'd be
and you can also make your way over to Woot's channel every once in a while and see him play and working that I don't even, it's not a 9 to 5. That shit was but in the middle of the night.
Because you can clock in literally whenever you want. Like there's no assigned shift.
You just have like hours you have to fill.
You have to work 5 hours a week. That's it. Like
don't they have different? Like what happens if everybody's working the same shift?
It doesn't. Then there's a shit ton of mechanics.
Oh my god.
There. We had like 12 there the other day. Shit was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome because like when there's a bunch of mechanics, that's when people come and try to start shit, and that's when it gets fun.
Let me ask you this: Can you like own a skateboard in that game and just pull out your skateboard and start skating around that parking lot while you're on the clock?
There's no skateboards.
Damn.
But
there is.
No, there's not. Not in GTA RP. No good, sir.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say I've seen Ranger on a skateboard, bro.
But you can do bikes, like BMX bikes, like that.
Yeah, I know, Kurt. We're moving the schedule around a little bit.
I'm trying to find this.
What for? What we're for? You mean today's Dadcast? Black.
Yes.
Yeah. These are always going. Just so everybody out there, while we try and find this picture for Black's chat, these are always going to be based on our guest. Last week, it was actually based on me because I was supposed to be away all weekend, and then I ended up not going away. But these are always going to be based on the guest on what day works best for them. And when I was talking to Woot, it seemed like Tuesday or Wednesday worked best for him. And I told him let's do Wednesday because I had something yesterday that I couldn't do yesterday. But
all right, Black. I'm gonna show you this. I'll send it to you. I got you, buddy. can find him. Nope, that is his Discord. Oopsie.
Dude, that's crazy.
No, that game, like I said, I mean, if I'm watching,
would lose track of time.
Yeah, that would be my problem. That like I find myself like that's what would happen.
Oh my god, chat, here you go. Here you go. I'll change my camera to it. No shot.
Zoom in.
I'm not zooming in.
Just do it.
I'm not doing it.
You should see the side of it. It's even worse.
That's as close as you get.
Hold on, I gotta find a picture of the side. I have to.
That's a little risque, bro. Like that's borderline streamable.
I mean, it's
like you might as well be streaming in the hot tubs and pool category.
I mean, okay.
You're streaming Pokemon as well?
Ooh, yeah,
Poke MMO, so it's a little different.
Okay.
What is MMO? Pokemon.
So what they did was they essentially. So I mean, Black. See, you played Pokemon, right? Growing up.
I was a Yu-Gi-Oh kid.
I mean, so was like. You were a Yu-Gi-Oh kid?
Yeah. I know you have the poster.
No. I got Yu-Gi-Oh cards right here, buddy.
Nice.
I got the. Actually, this one right here is worth about $500.
Oh damn! Nice.
Yeah, I actually pulled out all my cards.
I should hang up my dual discs, bro.
Do you have the dark one and the regular
yes,
one?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Don't judge me.
I have them too. What do you mean? What was Poke MMO? Right. So I mean, Caesar, you play Pokemon.
Right. By play, I mean I had cards. Didn't really do much other than trading, I guess. But I didn't really like to trade. I'd rather keep my crap. And then the video games themselves, the only one I have like Pokemon Go or whatever one's the Pikachu one now that's out on Switch. I have that, but not so much. I followed them, but I get the gist of it. But
all right, so excuse me, what Poke MMO did was basically they took all of the Game Boy Pokemon games, all the way up into so far up to like Black and White, which is like 5 generations.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically stuck it all together, and so like basically all the regions are connected, and so you can basically start from the game 1 and then literally play it all the way through game whatever. However, there's thousands and thousands of people that are there with you, and you can like it's crazy. It's an MMO, but it's the original Pokemon games. So it's scripted for you to know, like it's scripted for you to follow the story of each individual games, but like you can start right next to your friend. You can both see each other and then basically run the game
that's
simultaneously. Or like
that is pretty nice.
Even like 15, 20 people. Literally, I've seen that happen on stream.
Wow.
So you got Phil's attention. Phil's the one asking us and comment on these things. He wants to know how do you get involved with that one?
Really easy. Just go to Google, type in Poke MMO, and then it's like one of the first links, and then you have to download the individual ROMs for each game. So like
it's ROM based.
Yeah.
Oh. Do you have any issues with it being ROM based?
I never have. You know, you load in and it's immediately that there's no lag. It's very quick. It saves everything perfect. You don't have to save anything. It quick saves you when you close the window.
Interesting.
But
cool.
like, yeah, I mean, you have to download each individual ROM and then you put it into the program. You upload it and then it sucks you in there.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, those are both new ones. We got a new follow, Anthony. Thank you for the follow. These are definitely ones we haven't covered with people yet, and we've had a bunch of guests so far this year, and I don't think anybody, like I said, when I saw you playing GTA role play, and I've heard so many things about it, I was looking forward to just being able to ask a few.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of fun.
we find ourselves always talking about either Warzone issues or Fortnite issues or whatever, but it's awesome to talk about some of these different games.
Yeah, I mean, and I play those like, well, I mean, Warzone I haven't played in forever just because I don't have it on my PC anymore. But it's plus like then I would have to like start playing with Black again, and then I carry him like I used to, and it's just not good for him. So
you haven't played God with me since I got good.
No, what's funny is I still have a clip on my
computer.
So a clip whenever when the 1776 skin came out for the M4A1, it shoots the red, white, and blue bullets.
Mm-hmm.
And I shot it right behind Black. You remember this, do you not?
Oh yeah, that was right after my surgery.
Yeah, and then it was great. COD's fun. It's just I've stopped playing. I don't know.
Yeah, people hacking like Black Hack make it not fun, right?
Right. Yeah.
You get good, and then you get claimed for hacking. But if you watch me for more than 5 seconds, you're like, this guy's not hacking.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But it's like I think I stopped mainly because I started getting super into Apex again.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Apex for me, I prefer fast movement based games like Destiny and stuff like that. And so like Apex gives you that VR feel and like gnarly headshots, like gnarly plays you can make, and then but it's very fast paced.
Super slide jump. It's good. It's wild. Some of the moves I see. Wild.
It's super interesting, right? There's a reason why they make the different games because there's the audience for that, and like I've played Apex probably 1 maybe 2 matches when it first came out when I downloaded it on PS4, and it was when I'm still pretty hooked on Fortnite, but it was when I was like really in the beginning of Fortnite, so I didn't want to make the switch at all, but it's like the Call of Duties that came out there for a while, which I hated. I wasn't a fan of all the futuristic stuff going on, and that's what Apex is, right? Apex is a lot of the movement.
No, not futuristic. No, not at all.
Like wait, I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
Dude, Apex is based in the Titanfall world. That's future as it gets,
right,
bro.
But like when you say like futuristic, you're talking about like what
sliding,
exactly,
jumping, all those things like the jetpacks, anything that.
But you don't really have like a jetpack though. Like you like when you're.
Is Valkyrie?
Oh, Valkyrie is the one legend that.
let me just say, listen, look. My only point is I don't care what's on them. It's the fact that you can move. So I mean, you guys probably played Call of Duty for years, right? There was that time period in there that they went to like Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare and all those different things where your person was able to do more than what other Call of Duties had, right? Like other Call of Duties, the earlier ones like MW2 and even some of the first Black Ops, like you didn't have that, right? It was just like war guns, right? And you were just like, you're running, Warzone now with the sliding and like all the games with sliding, that's about as far as I like to take those type of games. I'm not saying there's not a place for those other games. Like I said, I mean, you enjoy the fast movement, right? Like that. Right. There's an audience for that. I'm not one of them, but that doesn't mean there's not more of the people who enjoy the fast movement.
Man, I feel as if we could get into a debate as far as futuristic goes, but your debate on movement settles like the difference.
It's
it's like one of those, like in COD, right? Like if you're about to get beamed, like you can't really do shit. Right?
Exactly. Yeah, you
gotta look like a worm.
Right. Apex completely different. Apex, you can literally like if you're like it takes that extra set of skill to be able to strafe and do all that movement to not like just so you can actually get out of those if you're running midfield down COD, right? How easy is it to absolutely just nail somebody running midfield?
Yeah,
like out in the open, right? Apex, it's not that easy. Like that's what makes it fun because it's not just like, and it also gives you a better chance to survive in those games. Like how many times have you played like solo COD where you're like, oh damn, I got to book it over there so I can stay in the store, so I stay out of the storm, and then somebody just boop, and then that's it. Like
yeah, let me just say, it's something about being able to do that doesn't sit with me, but pulling out a map that allows you to like build a wall structure right in front of you that I love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That thing we'll talk about realistic. Okay.
1 sec.
You want to talk about futuristic? They have technology that doesn't even exist yet. They can be like, oh shit.
Oh, it's great.
Talk about building a fucking fortress in 0.9 seconds.
Yeah, 100%. Well, so we'll step away for a second. Let's just say, so a couple things. Last week we had our episode early in the week because I was supposed to be away the rest of the week. That next day, all the sports that Marty and I were talking about last week came back to backfire, and I broke my hand last Wednesday. Did not go away all weekend that I was supposed to, and kind of in this for 6 weeks. Did celebrate my 31st birthday on Sunday, and Black will be celebrating his next week.
And my wife tomorrow.
And his wife's tomorrow.
Fucking old.
I know, right?
You're as old as us.
No, he said 27. He said
You guys
27.
are 4 years older than me. You guys were seniors when I
Well,
was.
I am. He's not. I am. He's not. Black, you're turning 20.
what?
Black's turning 29.
Yeah, okay, you're still old, bro.
Oh, what the fuck?
You got
Black's
one
turning
more
29.
year until you're over that hill. I'm trying to avoid it as long as I can.
I wasn't even a senior when
feel
you
it
were a
every
freshman.
day.
You're probably born in 94.
Hmm?
Yeah, no, I was out of high school. I was already into college at that point. My high
When did
school.
you
wife was
graduate?
born
I
98.
graduated in 2008 from high school.
Yeah, that would have been the same. Yeah, 2008, 9, 10. Yeah, we would have been in the same. Well, I'm from a small town.
Small town.
So
So
eighth
am I.
graders and seniors were in the same school.
Oh,
so.
8th grade. Okay, yeah, but
bro.
mine was still small with 9s, but that makes sense.
Kubota says, I was in 8th grade when y'all were in diapers.
Yeah, right. I know, right? I know Kobuda was gonna come in and say that.
I love
You gotta
Kubota.
figure out how to say his name, bro, because you just mess me up every time you say his name incorrectly.
It's Kubota.
Since you guys play,
like the little orange tractors they run around? Kubota.
so you guys play a lot. Since you guys play a lot of COD, what do you think needs to change in games that are coming out?
I'm already playing Halo to make the transition. So.
Okay, no. But Halo's not. What I'm saying is, like, as a new game, like these new games that are coming out and then just flopping, right? Why do you like? What makes like when is the current shift from like BR gonna shift to like?
I don't know if we're gonna get out of BR back to
No
like
way.
multiplayer.
BR's the move, bro.
Or a different, not even BR, or like a different. I don't know how to explain it. Like are shooters forever gonna be like freaking Call of Duty?
I think that there's gonna be a movement as to where BR will become the standard as far as multiplayer goes, and then competitive will always be the multiplayer. I think that's the move. I honestly, for the casual player, it's the BR. For the competitive nature of the game, it's going to be the multiplayer version, such as Search and Destroy, Capture the Flag, and all that.
Sure. Well,
Okay, but what about ranked?
Well, then you'll have that same thing that Fortnite's integrated as far as like Apex.
You're
and
like
all the
something
other...
like Valorant, right? Valorant's multiplayer type. My thing is what I've noticed, at least. I would argue that for streaming world, right, for people with viewers and things like that, it's probably less enjoyable. I mean, I'm speaking for my own opinion, but if I were to tune into somebody who is playing, like, let's say, Team Deathmatch, I'm going to watch that person for less amount of time than somebody who is grinding a battle royale, just because the multiplayer game is just so repetitive, right? The team death is so it's just repetitive. Where the battle royale is also repetitive, it's at a longer obtainable, like the goal is so hard to obtain, right? Like you can watch people run like multiplayer with the same crew and you won't see them lose a game all night, right? And there's no enjoyment for the viewer in that world, because it's just like, I mean, if you're in like you said, ranked, when you're watching these like COD teams play, like these professional teams play, yeah, sure, because they're not going to win every game, right? It's going to be back and forth. It's going to be down to the wire. You're going to see some strategy going. But an everyday like streamer, you're not going to watch Nick Merckx go play Cold War or Modern Warfare, fucking Team Death. You're just not going to do it.
No, and like it, as far as like a low streamer goes, or even anyone with less than 3,000 views, let's say, I do not get any enjoyment out of watching someone play Search and Destroy. Like I watch Justin play Search and Destroy or his multiplayer matches constantly, but I'm there for Justin. I'm not there to watch his gameplay, even though he's cracked at the game. The man drops 20, 40 kills a game, but like I'm good. That's not my style of gameplay. It's not enjoyable for me to watch. But like, I
when
think
I was
other
playing
people would
Cold
agree with
War
that.
when it first came out, and my friends and I would play Cold War, whether it was Search and Destroy or just Team Death. I was running around with a knife. Like I felt like that was the only way to keep attention, right? Because you're doing something fun. Like because if you're just running around with a gun,
entertainment.
And maybe you die a bunch, right? And it's like whatever, but.
But I think that kind of stuff is what makes COD enjoyable. Like the custom matches, like the.
Sure.
Have you seen that game where like the one person's in the middle with a shotgun and they just like they spin around and then immediately just randomly shoots? Like I feel like that kind of stuff is what creates fun stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like somebody just completely dicking around and then it's like, yo, this is actually kind of fun to do. Like and then like rocket riding in Fortnite, for example.
Sure.
That's a good example.
Guarantee you, those were just two dudes that were just messing around, having fun, and then figured out, yo,
like, oh shit,
we can get on this. Yeah.
And then like I feel like that kind of stuff is what like when you're not just playing the game like it should be. Like when Apex, sometimes I'll do like grenades only,
sure,
or pistols and grenades only. Like that sucks, but it's funny to watch because you got this whole squad pushing you with a LMG and a Mac 10 or whatever you want to call it, like a submachine gun. And all you have are grenades. It's fun.
Yeah, so I mean, it's going to be hard to get, I would say, I don't know, we're talking about streaming a little bit, but like just games in general, like ever since I started streaming, I got out of multiplayer entirely.
Sam.
And I don't think it was because of people viewing. It was just like, I already had that taste of Battle Royale. Like that. It's something different, like Fortnite changed me for like what I actually got enjoyment out of, and I would go play multiplayer and I could only last a little bit. Like when COD came out and I'd play for the first month it was out, like I wasn't getting the same enjoyment out of that I got out of even playing Search and Destroy, which if anybody plays Search and Destroy, like I think it's the closest thing you get to something like Battle Royale. Because you'll be going and you can have a 6-5 game, right? And it's like it comes down to that last bomb and who wins it, right? And that can have a lot of like hype going into that match, right? You got to play methodical and all that kind of stuff. But Team Death, it's just like you run, you get some kills, you die, you respawn, you run, and same Domination's even worse, right? You just go and stand on a spot and shoot the guys going for
It's a King of the Hill. That's what it is.
Yeah. So it's one of those things that I think you're gonna have Battle Royale and then you're gonna have everything else. So if you're a shooter game, I think you have to be Battle Royale style, right? But if you're GTA role player or Pokemon or anything like that, I'll tell you right now. Listen, last night, I knew it was coming out. My birthday was coming up. I told my mom, I was like, look, I don't really want anything. I don't play my Switch a lot. But I keep buying games for it for when I do get a chance to like travel or anything like that. Right. So I had her get me Mario Golf. Super Rush that just came out. And I played that last night at the end of my stream, just like 6 holes to try it out. And it was dope. I got to figure out my setup for it because I moved my webcam up on top of my TV that's above me. Because I normally play my Switch on that rather than my monitors. And I literally could stand right here because I was playing it with the Joy-Con, right? Swinging like a golf club. I'm telling you right now, that's going to have me hooked. Like, I might play that every once in a while, especially with a broken hand. I can't do anything with it. It's like I can just one-arm it.
I'm telling you, if that was me, Caesar,
yeah, Black, I can do that too.
I would have had like a fucking mic coming down off the ceiling so I wouldn't have had to come up to my mic and been like, hey, what's up, guys? You know what I mean?
So
if I was playing that every day, I would have had a whole fucking setup. So that shit, you did perfect at setting up. Like you can see everything. You see the fucking.
You realize I did that in like 2 seconds, right? It was like a random scrim.
Good though.
So I'll be honest. Two things. One, I did think about it. I did get the mic boom arm in a good spot where I wasn't too far. You probably saw me leaning over too much because I didn't set my chat up to be able to read it, and I had to like squint down. So I need to zoom it in so I can see it from like standing, and then I can turn my noise gate off, right? And I can just have my noise gate open, and you'll be able to hear me. I also have the option to put a headset mic in this thing, right? And just be able to talk in this mic. It's not going to be nearly as crisp as this beautiful Rode Pod mic and Go XLR setup that this fine gentleman Black Hack 2K gave away, and I was lucky enough to win. But yeah.
Look at that face.
Look at Woot's face.
Just made, yeah, he's like,
dog, you see this $40 piece of shit that I have right here, right? Like, you understand why I'm like, okay.
There's nothing wrong with the freaking
sounds like
snowball. There's
like
nothing wrong with the snowball.
Sounds like shit.
Even though you don't need that pop filter, as it has one built in.
Well, it still sounds like shit.
I see everyone use pop filters on mics that just don't need them all the time.
Well, because one, I don't want my like spit and shit to actually go into the mic.
Oh, dude.
Good call.
And two, it came with
replace.
Okay, yeah. What? But why? This looks better to me. I think this looks cooler.
I agree with you.
Dude,
I agree with you.
Aesthetics are everything.
Yeah.
I literally
you know what?
went with this mic so I could fucking grab it.
What's he going to grab?
I don't know.
I hope he's going to grab what I think he's going to grab, but I don't know.
Because I can grab it, bro. Like, I like to be able to grab my mic and move it the fuck around all I want.
The fact that your boom arm allows you to do that and it still stays impresses me.
Why?
Because now I'm getting like the behavior where mine was falling for a while, and it just like.
This one stays up there too.
It's just the fact that you were literally like the bend that's here, right?
This is one I don't use often.
You were just moving it,
or this one.
The one to your right. Either one of them. The fact that it stayed where it was and didn't drop is.
What the fuck is that?
Okay.
Oh my God, I was watched him stream like this.
I was hoping he would put that on. I'm not even kidding. I was hoping he'd put that on.
I watched him stream like this for a while, dude. I couldn't stop.
I was hoping he would put the Ninja Turtle head on because I was talking to him the other day about it.
I couldn't stop watching when he did that. That's so good. Gotta watch CDL. Whatever.
So that put his headphone. Woot, that's soda cans put together.
Monster cans,
Monster
fam.
can.
I'm an energy addict.
So look, I got a funny story. When I was in college, I would get 12 packs of I call it pop. I don't know where you guys are from and what you're calling it, but soda, whatever. Pop.
For the win.
So I literally was collecting like Code Red cans and all like Fantas and all these different cans, and they were empty. And I don't know how I didn't have bugs in my room because I didn't rinse them out. Like I just drank them and sat them there. There were so many. And at the end of the semester, I took them out into like our little like lounge area in the dorm room, and I pyramided them on this table, and then I Superman threw them.
No.
It was fucking amazing, and they just went everywhere.
Oh yeah, the cleanup sucked ass, didn't it?
It was awkward. I had to go pick them up, but my buddy, he like actually made a.
Yeah, guys, I know I'm an asshole. I'm sorry.
He made a video montage. Yeah, right. No, it was funny because it's during finals week and everybody's trying to study, and I just jumped through this 100 cans of tink, 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 just falling everywhere.
Boy, do you want this Michelangelo hat, Caesar?
Dude, that thing is fucking awesome, bro.
That thing's
have I told you how I got it?
No.
He's like the back of a Goodwill.
Yeah.
Wait, are you kidding?
No, but not a Goodwill. Basically the same thing, though.
Wait, what?
Is that the only one they had? Because that's the only bummer.
Yes, that was the only one they had. I actually found another one, and I ordered it. I'm waiting for it to get sent to me.
Nice.
I had to get Raphael because he's my homie, but...
So, okay, Ninja Turtles. So yours is Raphael. Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle there, Black? Or are you a Master Splinter guy?
Names.
Or are you a Master Splinter?
Names.
Just
it was
give
the
a color.
One.
That's Raphael. So you're
Raphael.
Yeah. 100%.
I think a lot of people would say that, right? I should be that.
I'm gonna guess you're like a Donatello.
No.
Oh.
Can I say something?
Yeah, Daddy, go ahead.
I always go with the red guy because I feel as if he's misunderstood more than the other Ninja Turtles. But like they make that apparent throughout the whole series.
No. He has rage in him.
Nah.
It's not that he's misunderstood. He wants to be something else.
Nah, the man's sad as shit all the time.
All the time, bro. He has
angry.
so much inner rage.
Yeah.
Okay. But hatred, anger, sadness, like that all is the same cat. Like that all goes in the same category.
Sure.
I mean, you could say that. I'll agree with you on your opinion.
It comes from the same part of your
medulla oblongata.
Medulla oblongata.
All them teeth, but no toothbrush.
Hey guys, we could have just said that, and we would show us how old we are.
Yeah. So I'm a Leonardo guy, 100%.
Techie.
Cool, collected.
I don't know if that's true, or maybe it's just I aspire to be or want to be, jealous of. I don't know.
Bro.
I'm definitely not Michelangelo. 100% not Michelangelo. I see Michelangelo as like the cool kid, right? He's the one everybody wants to be friends with. No, Leonardo's the leader.
Leonardo's the leader. Michelangelo is the fat ass, bro.
Michelangelo's the guy who wants the pizza, who's the goofball.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
So he's not the leader.
He's not the leader.
He is.
No, he's not.
Are we watching different Ninja Turtles?
Raphael. Go.
Caesar?
You take him down. Take him down.
No, the orange guy is the leader, bro, not the blue one. Everyone thinks it's the blue one.
It's the blue one.
The leader is always the one that's eating the most food.
No. I will bet you your microphone for mine right now.
Oh.
That if you Google who is the leader of the Ninja Turtle, Google it right now. Do it.
Where'd he go?
Balls.
Where'd he go?
Do it. No balls. You have no balls.
Where, is he going to eat food to try to prove that he's the leader?
Google it.
Where are you, Black? Talking on one of your 5 microphones? Are you talking on one of your 5 microphones? Anywho,
you are a loser.
So Raphael, your favorite Black, wants to become the leader, and if you watch at all, you'll realize he's trying to like basically overtake Leonardo.
It's perfect.
Donatello's your brains.
Who is the leader of the Ninja
Master Splinter.
Turtles?
Well, obviously.
Leonardo Leo.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
It's bullshit.
Leonardo Leo eats, sleeps, and breathes ninjutsu, which is why he was chosen by Master Splinter to be the leader of the Ninja Turtles. I will take that. Mike, 2-day shipping. Thank you.
If you were ever like watching, he literally talks to Leonardo directly about getting the group together.
You must lead your brothers and not let them fracture.
Yeah, like
for you are the one to bring them together.
Come on,
We're
man.
talking about like the '90s version of the Ninja Turtles, where like it's like the real version of them, or coming out of the sewer dreams.
Wait, when they're in the very beginning, when they're like little babies, and then they grow up to be this like creature.
My kids put that on Netflix today.
Oh, I love that movie.
I was dying. I was like, oh my god, I grew up watching this.
The other ones are they're okay, but they don't do that one justice. Like that one's awesome.
It's great.
You guys ever see the meme that's like, this was the hardest video game ever, and it's the Nintendo version of Ninja Turtles, right?
I have not.
There's like memes about that one. It's like the game you can't beat. And I remember, I mean, I would play it and play and play. It was so fucking hard. But yeah, definitely a Leonardo guy, at least as a fan favorite. I don't know if I'm Leonardo per se, but I definitely
I'm definitely a Michelangelo.
You're Michelangelo.
Bro, have you seen the size of my tits, bro?
Oh my god.
Have you seen the size of Black's tits?
Yeah, right.
He's the same way.
He's a Michelangelo too.
He's the same way.
Well, let's talk about that, because Woot told me he came to visit you a while back after that surgery.
Yes, sir.
How was that? Yep. How was that, guys?
He took me out for dinner and made sure to slap it.
Oh,
so
I did.
We're not going to go into more detail. We're not going to go into more detail there.
So I bought my truck the day before.
Yep.
Good old 96 Dakota, baby.
Nice.
Dude, I love the Dakotas.
Did nothing else to it besides put a new battery in it. Black lives like almost 4 hours away from me.
Oh.
3.5.
Okay, I believe 3.
It's like legitimately 3.5.
He's bringing it down more and more.
Oh, well, it depends on how you drive, but Black doesn't drive, so I had to, improvise.
I drive.
You can't.
I'm just not allowed.
Time out real quick before we go into the story. We just got somebody popped in, said his buddy trained with Ernie Reyes Jr., who is in one of the TMNT suites.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
actually pretty dope.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Budster.
I know Budster. I did all his graphics.
Nice.
Or like most of them.
You know what's crazy is that I'm sorry to go off on a side topic like this, but that just reminded me. Do you guys know who Jason Reitman is?
No. But if you gave me context, maybe.
I eat cheese.
He's a director.
Okay.
He directed like Juno. You've
Okay.
seen Juno,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Michael Cera. I love me some Michael Cera.
Yeah, right, exactly. He put me as a background character in one of his projects.
Oh shit!
What?
Yeah, it was called Pale Blue Dot. Was the project name? It wasn't like a Blockbuster or anything like that. But he came into GameStop, where I used to work, and he was like, "Hey, we're gonna be shooting like in front of like in the food court. Like, are you guys okay with being on camera? Can you sign these waivers?" And like asked it, and like I got to meet it. Look at this. Hold on. You can't really see that. Nope. Hold on. No, that's not going to work at all, is it?
If it gets close enough, yeah, there it is.
Oh, yep.
Oh, I just saw that picture the other day on your Twitter.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I was like, hey, I wonder if he'll respond to me. like, we'll see if this guy randomly responds.
That's pretty cool.
All right. Anyway, what was the conversation we
were talking? We were talking about Ninja Turtles, and we were talking about that's the one. So I will say, Woot, I don't know how much you played Fortnite, if any, at any point, but
season 1 to like casually through season 1, casually-ish through season 2, and then I stopped because it wasn't as fun for me.
Sure.
And then I picked it back up in like season 6, 7, 8, and then like I played it casually to stream and stuff like that, but that was about it.
So that item shop kills me a lot of the times, right? But I don't necessarily find myself buying like the same thing multiple times, right? Like if it's similar, I'm okay with just one of them. If the Ninja Turtles ever make their way into the item shop, which I could definitely foresee that coming at some point, they will take my wallet, my bank account, and all my fucking life savings because I will buy them all. And I made the comment the other day. I said, look, it will be the only skins I wear, and you will only be allowed in the squad if you have one of the missing turtles, because I'll wear one of them. I'll have all 4. You can only have one, that's fine. But if we have a squad of, Donatellas, it's not going to happen. We got to have one of each every single match. But that's my 2 cents on Ninja Turtles and where I stand on that.
Nice.
I mean, I've never really spent significant money into Fortnite, except for there's been a few that I'm like I bought the battle pass a few times because like I played it, like when you complete the battle pass, you get another battle pass pretty much for free the next season. Except for I bought the marshmallow skin because that was kind of that was the first time that
first iconic skin. Yeah, it was the first iconic skin.
Yeah, that's the
Did
first
you
time
attend that concert?
Yeah. That was the first time something like that had happened, was it not?
I attended that concert. Yeah, it was. That was the first time in like any video game that there'd ever been like a live event like that where you had like and I attended it twice. I attended the first one, and I attended the one that was like for, I don't know, EU or whatever, different time zone. It was on twice for Marshmallow. Travis Scott was on 4 times, and I attended all 4 of those concerts, even though it was exactly the same each time.
I watched that on YouTube. I was like, I don't know. I watched it on YouTube. It was.
Dude, that one was fucking wild. Like Marshmallow was hype, but it didn't really change. But it didn't really change the like. There wasn't a lot going on in the visual effects. Like there was a stage built, and then a bunch of people jumping around. They did a lot there for Marshmallow. You guys attended, but for Travis Scott, it was just like the visual trippiness of it was absolutely insane.
But do you think that if Fortnite was developed as it is now and
they would have made Marshmallow better? Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they would have.
I still fully agree that Marshmallow was the best event they ever made.
Yeah, it was
It was new.
I liked it.
It was
like,
new.
I bought it, like, and I was like, I don't spend money on Fortnite really, like, at all, like,
Tablet.
but I don't think I've really spent a whole bunch of money on games though. Like,
Fortnite's the only one that's got me. It's got me. I like to think though, it's got me. In 2020, it got me worse because, like, I, obviously home and things like that. But it's one of those things.
It's up by your post.
That I normally don't care to, but once I started, I cracked that. It was like I cracked that bottle and I had to finish the drink. I had a problem pouring it out. I didn't want to pour it out.
Like, I would say honestly, like, as much as I hate to say this, and I don't play it anymore, but like, I think I put the most money into COD, to be honest. Like, buying the weapon skins, to be honest.
See,
like,
well,
and it's not even the weapon skins. I only buy the cool the cool stuff to me, like, so like the tracer rounds that are different colors. Sure. I made sure, like, when the pink one, like when the anime kit came out with the P90, the anime P90, immediately I was like sold. I saw anime titties and that was it. Like, that I was done. And shot pink bullets.
I bought one skin in the game, one bundle pack, and that was one of the COD teams. I was like, you know what? Let me get one of these COD teams, and it just worked because one of the COD teams is Dallas Empire. So on the sweatshirt it just says Empire, and I'm like, oh yeah, this will work. It's black and kind of gold, and we'll run with this. But I agree. I mean, the weapon wraps and things like that are cool, but then you run that fine line of like, when do you stop? Like, how many do you?
When I get more. When I don't give the baby mama her child support.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Gotta stop.
Yeah, no, I would never not do that. No, I don't know. It's just like a lot of things. Like, but see, I also buy now and pay later on a lot of stuff, and so like for example, if I buy something like a battle pass, it doesn't come out of my bank account immediately. I do it through like my PayPal card, and then it takes like 3 or 4 days to go through. And with like Twitch subs, I can charge that straight to my phone bill.
Interesting. Your phone bill.
Yeah, I can go into your stream right now and basically spend $10 on like bits and charge that $10 to my phone bill.
You do the same thing with Verizon. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, but it's also dangerous because like sometimes I'm like,
you can lose track.
No, like I'm like, dude, I'm feeling so nice tonight. Like I want to go out. And, like I want to bless the boys. You know what I mean? Like, and try to do what I can. And then like Black, like those times like when I'll pop in and give like 3 or 4 subs and then like 1,000 bits ish, I charge all that to my phone bill.
Oh my god, that's a bad idea.
and so I look on the bill and I'm like, why is my bill $80 higher than it's supposed to be?
Budster said he remembered watching the first one live and they went nuts. I'm assuming you're talking about one of the Fortnite concerts. I mean, all around, I think they did some things. I mean, as much as Fortnite came along and took, PUBG, right, and evolved it into an addiction for a lot of people, right, where PUBG was probably just more of a game. Fortnite turned it into an addiction. They did change. However, I mean, COD wasn't making battle royales before that. Yeah. COD had games every year from as long as I can remember, and they weren't doing anything close to that.
What do you think the biggest COD release was?
The best or the biggest?
To date?
The best or the biggest?
Biggest.
I want to say Cold War was the most anticipated, but the most let down.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, 100%.
Black Ops 2, bro.
No, I don't think that was very anticipated. I think it was a casual release like they did every year, and then it blew up to be the game it was.
Well, no, because Black Ops 2, I worked at GameStop when that came out, and that was right around the same time GTA 5 came out. And GTA 5, they had enough pre-orders to pay for the budget that they already made for the game. Out of pre-orders alone. Like GTA 5 has made such a monumentous amount of fucking. Sorry, excuse me. I know you guys have to.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Like amount of money, and I remember like we had like 250 pre-orders for Black Ops 2. Like that's like the year that like GameStop's had like the tournaments and stuff like in stores and stuff like that. Like I've never seen anything like that since. Maybe that's because it's all digital now, though.
A lot of people buy digital. I mean,
yeah.
To be honest with you, 2 years ago when I went for Modern Warfare, GameStop was letting the release happen in my area at 9 p.m., which was, way earlier than they ever let it. It used to be you had to let it out at midnight, right? But I was able to get it at 9 p.m. This past year. They weren't having one at all, so I ended up just buying the digital copy for my PC, which I probably would have anyway because I don't have a disk drive in this PC. But I've had it for my PS4, PS3 for ever since Modern Warfare 2, right? And I would go every single year. When I was in college, I would drive over to the GameStop and I would wait in line. And when I was out of college, I would drive over to the GameStop, even though I had work the next day, I'd get there and I'd come home and I'd play for bitch about the servers and play for a couple hours.
Dude, this game came out literally 10 hours ago and these servers are trash.
It was literally like the fact that every year you release a game. So I work in software engineer, right? That's my job. If I release something and you couldn't use it, I would lose my job. I would not be able to have my job. So I get it. I get why it happens because I'm in that field and I understand like the surplus of people that come in at that time. But it is crazy to release a game every single year and people go home and want to play it immediately because that's why they're there for release night anyway, right? And then you can't even play the game. That's frustrating.
It's like Twitch not preparing for every Fortnite update ever, and Twitch crashes.
Yeah, right.
It's like, what the
fuck? but is that something you can also test for, though? Like, okay, so like
you can only do so much testing in the real world, though.
So that's what I'm saying. So if you're hey, we're going to sell 500,000 copies on the first opening night, how do you test that if your servers can handle that? You can't.
No. So my only suggestion, right, which would probably piss people off more, but a rolled out version, right, where you're not rolling it out to the mass of people all at the same time, because that's the problem. They're not going to spend a lot of money on server space when it's not a real use case, right? You're not going to have every single person playing at the same exact time every day, right? You don't have that problem commonly.
So how do you fix that?
I'm saying you have to roll out the release. You have to give it to some people sooner than other people, so it fades for those other people, right?
But how much sooner, though?
A day,
Right, but do you see how that? So people could look at it this way, though. So say that Black is has 4,000 Twitch subs a month.
Sure,
right?
and you got to give it to him. I don't
and like you're gonna lose out on that huge like.
It's a flawed thinking. It's a flawed thinking. But let me just say, Woot, like I said, I am in software engineering.
Well, I believe you. I'm just asking.
No, I know. I'm saying you have to solve for that problem at some point. If you actually care. Now, we can tell with Activision and cheating, they don't actually fucking care.
Not at all.
They've got you hooked, and that's all that matters to them, right? But if they actually cared, if it was their moneymaker, right? Like, so for me, I work at a finance company, but I work in software development. And let's just say, somebody goes and invests their money at a different company because our shit isn't working. That is a real scenario. But when you have Activision with Call of Duty and like the fan base and the people you have, if you don't have a fear of losing them, they don't really have a reason to act upon it, right? And they can get away with like people bitching at you for couple days out of the year or whatever it may be. You can tell right now with anti-cheat, they're not going to do anything about it. Like no matter how many people bitch, they're just not going to do anything about it.
I would agree. And maybe that's probably one of the reasons that I stopped playing, and it wasn't even because of the anti-cheat. It was more of just like they would break a gun, right? Like completely make it 100. Like when they put
the actual meta.
Like when they put like the shotgun on the.
Somebody was sitting at their computer and they're just like, let's just change that number. They're like, go have fun.
But what did they add? They added like an attachment, like some kind of shotgun attachment to one of the submachine guns. I can't remember which one it was. But like I remember that's when I stopped playing because literally like it and they would put out an update for it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Where like literally you could one shot.
I think it was the M13, and it was with the shotgun attachment. It didn't matter distance. It didn't matter nothing.
No, you could one shot people 100%. Yeah,
I remember that.
And everybody was bitching about it, and it like literally it was unfair. Anyway, but they put out a patch to fix that. And then messed up stuff even more and made it like where I would play a game and like I would run through a building and then snap all the way back. Like it would cause it like so much like it's lag.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like constant. It's like game after game after game after game.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is the second person that's brought it up. You know, Activision creating the cheats for the game, and you know, I don't think it's necessarily that. I truly don't think they're creating it because any publicity is. But here's the thing. Any tweet out there that has someone's name in it is good news because that means it could be trending. And Fortnite did the same thing with the mechs. And I think that's when Fortnite capitalized on a lot of the negative.
I think that's where they lost a lot of people, though. If you look at the timeline of when...
I agree.
When you look at the timeline of when people stopped really playing Fortnite, it probably lines up pretty closely to the mechs in the game.
See, now... I was looking at analytics the other day, and right around this time, I started slowing down on Fortnite was the mechs. You know, not necessarily quitting, but like it was slowing down, and then the Marvel season, it just stopped.
Yeah, I missed that whole season.
It's cool.
You didn't miss much.
No, so they've taken it to a different level. If they continue... I don't want to get back into Fortnite. We feel like we talk about it all the time.
Right. I mean, I'm not.
If they get into the same rhythm that they have, where they're keeping two separate types of play styles, metas, in arena, which is your competitive play, and your pub play, I think they're in a good boat. As much as I'm getting pissed playing pub games right now with, you know, right now they have UFOs in the game, it's alien themed or whatever, and they are just as... I mean, they at the very beginning when it rolled out, it was just as broken as a mech. But now it's like, it's not as bad, but it's super annoying at times. If those were in arena, you would have people just left and right complaining. The fact that they've separated it, it does give you the ability to create some fun content, right? That you couldn't create without them, right? That you can do some fun stuff with them, whatever. As long as they do that, then I think it's fine. But I mean... It's one of those things. It's like you said, just along with the Marshmallow and the Travis Scott concert. The things that they can do now. Uh-oh.
What happened?
I don't know.
I don't. What?
You see something flying around?
Yeah, my bird.
Deadpool?
It's being weird.
Wait, did you say my birds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not just gonna brush over that, right, Black?
Yeah, it's not happening.
What, they're birds. Like, what do you mean?
Free. Just like, flying around.
Like I leave their cage.
Do you know what I would do if a bird shit on my computer? That bird would cease to exist.
Would you shit on the bird?
No, it would just cease to exist.
I mean,
it would have a snap neck and out the window.
You do eat chicken every day, though. So, like...
But they
don't make a nugget out of it. Throw it in the air fryer, bro.
Like they stay in their cage most of the time, unless they're like they just want, but they just like circle around the room and they
nah, homie, not happening.
Bro, they're the nicest birds ever. What do you mean?
I believe they are nice.
What kind of birds
are
they?
They're also feces bombing bastards.
Nah, they don't shit on my stuff.
How do you train that?
What do you mean? They just because they.
You're like, no, don't shit in the air. Bad.
Oh, I'll grab one. Hold on.
Oh my god! Like, how do you train that, Caesar?
I grew up with an emu, but it's not like trained.
Oh, no shot, bro.
I enjoy the meta guns. It's like COD is forcing you to try different guns. I agree, Budster.
Yeah, but the game's balanced right now.
No, I know, but like if you have meta guns, it does. I agree. It forces you to try guns that you normally wouldn't. And
I agree.
For the longest time, I played with an M4, and that's what I ran, was an M4, because that's the gun I was comfortable. But I've been playing with a FARA 83, and the shit doesn't move, and it feels so good. I played with a Krig for like weeks, I haven't gotten into some of the other ones just because I don't have them unlocked as much, and it's really frustrating when you don't have things unlocked.
Buy hacks.
But I feel like if they didn't, everyone would use the same guns every day, and the gun would get boring quick. Yep, I agree. Oh, look at that little guy. What is that? What is that he's feeding it?
Fucking hell.
What is that?
Wait, is that a parakeet?
What is that he's feeding it?
I don't want to know. It is a parakeet.
Oh, we heard him.
Bro, Wii Sports is the 4th most sold game
I've got 4 of them. So
in the world.
got 4 of them.
Wii Sports is fucking awesome. You can't get down on that guy.
4th most sold game, while Tetris holds the top and Minecraft is second. Grand Theft Auto at 3rd.
I am literally all the time looking for the opportunity to buy a Wii just for Wii Sports, not for other games. Just I want a Wii so I can buy Wii Sports.
It's a stick of bird feed. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I learned something today.
It's actually it's millet. It's a grain.
It looked like a finger. Looked like a finger.
He's like, shut up, bird.
Shut up, bird.
Well, they're fucking.
So I'll take it. You don't own any cats, right?
No, but I do. I do own snakes though.
Oh shit.
Big ones too.
I'm good. Keep him at home.
Yeah, keep him there.
He's only like 4 foot, 5 foot, 4.5, 4 foot. Like
what kind?
Nah, that's like.
He's a royal python.
Yeah, no.
Nah,
nope.
no.
I'm good on that.
Not happening.
I'm good on
Black,
that.
you've seen him. Black, you've seen him.
Not in person.
I'm with Black on this. I'm good on the snakes.
Okay, but why? I'm curious. Like, what is your fear of snakes?
Nah, anything that can slither and do this fucking shit, I'm good.
But why?
I'm good. I want no part of it.
But what?
I grew up handling snakes with my parents. Then something changed in me. I don't know when or what. Maybe it was the time my mom killed like a 6-foot black snake. Nah, bro, ain't happening. I want nothing to do with it. I don't care if it was like the Anaconda movie that changed my
I was about to say, you know what happened?
Okay.
You know what happened to me? Ice Cube happened to me, man. Ice Cube fucking happened to me. That shit ain't no fucking way. I ain't ever going to the Amazon or anywhere else. No way in hell. None.
No. So I'm from Texas.
Shot. Okay.
Okay. Where the only snakes there
Snakes are unnatural.
are
unnatural, somebody said.
Rattlesnakes,
Kubota.
copperheads, diamondbacks, like the poisonous snakes that want to kill you, right?
Well, I don't believe any snake truly wants to kill you. I think
Okay,
it's
right,
just
but the ones that
defending itself.
the ones you can't handle,
But I'm good.
right? But like, it feels good.
So like I grew up in Ohio. Tons of copperheads everywhere. Like that was if it wasn't a black snake, it was a fucking copperhead or a gardener snake.
Right.
I'm good, bro. Or like maybe even a racer. I'm good.
Let me just guess.
I'm good.
Woot, your hat, would you'd be Slytherin. You'd be Slytherin. And he's a Hufflepuff. Okay?
Yeah.
Black is a Hufflepuff. Okay?
I'm good with that.
Look. Snakes, sharks. I'm okay with spiders unless it's a tarantula. I ain't fucking with that. I'm getting a shovel out.
I still forgot.
What was he doing? What is that?
Nothing.
I don't know. Someone said it and I was like, wait, what?
Tarantulas are gentle, my man.
I'm not that big of a scared of spiders, but like
No,
if you want to
spiders are
stay on the other
fine.
side of the room, stay.
Spiders are fine, but I'm not doing a tarantula.
Why?
It's just that's the fuzz. It's that fuzz, man. It's got a lot going on. It looks. Oh, I don't even know.
We had tarantulas all over our ranch. They were. They They took down like all kinds of like pests that would kill our crops. They took down.
Yeah, sure.
Like,
I get it. They're helpful.
like-
I understand that. I get it.
and you can like legitimately, you can like.
I'm afraid
Put
of my
your hand on
goddamn cat, dude. She takes care of mice. I'm still fucking afraid of it at times.
Oh my god, bro! What the fuck?
My cat looks at you the wrong way, bro, and it's like, oh yeah. And look, she kills mice, bugs, everything in the house. She's
I'm scared of my fucking kid. What do you mean?
yeah,
Dude, I'm telling you, my daughter looked me the wrong. Hey, chill.
I don't know, man. I think I'm trying to think like a bear. Like if I saw a bear, would I be as afraid of a bear as I was if I saw a 6-foot python? I think I would be more afraid of the python. I really do.
You're nuts. I can tell you why.
Yeah, it's just because I can see the bear. That fucking snake is fucking.
I'm fine with a bear.
He's in and out, and he's like.
Let me educate you, old man.
Go ahead.
Okay?
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Educate old men. What?
Yeah. Okay. I lived in Alaska.
Okay.
For a few years. Okay.
This man's got some background. Keep going.
He says, "I'm about to teach you some bitches."
Do you know how fast bears can run?
I imagine it's like 35, 40 miles an hour. 35, 40. I mean, the fastest land animal is an ostrich, isn't it? Or a cheetah at 50
It's like
something.
76.
50
I thought an ostrich was like 70 something mile an hour.
They run about 25 to 30 miles an hour.
Okay, so I gave it even more. Okay, I can outrun that bear.
No, you can't.
Yes,
No,
I
you can outmaneuver that bear.
No,
which
honestly,
is the same thing.
No, let me explain. So 9 times out of 10, when you see
can't
a bear,
outmaneuver a quad in Warzone, Black. You ain't outmaneuvering a Bertha runs you over.
We're not talking about fake ass shit right now. My life's on the line.
Is that they can run up to 5 miles without stopping at 25 miles an hour.
Oh, sure. Yep.
Okay, so their endurance is better than ours.
Not to mention,
not if I catch them during hibernation period, because then they got to fucking shit real bad, and that shit's bottled up. They ain't running that fast.
And there's nowhere that you can get on foot that bear cannot get either. Bears can climb up to 50-foot trees, like up 50-foot trees, no problem. There's nowhere for you to go.
You just turn around, you yell at that bear, and it realizes you're just as crazy.
No, that's correct. Literally, what you do is you post up the bear. I'm not even kidding.
Just be like, let's fucking go.
Well, as long as there's no cubs around, it will leave you alone, right? It's not.
If you scare it off, if you post up to it, you do the same thing with moose and other big territory animals.
Hey,
I'm
telling you.
What's up, Black?
I'm telling you right now, if it's me, you, and Caesar,
I'm getting out of this.
You're dead, Woo. Me and Caesar are fucking booking it.
You know what? I actually bet you I could. I bet you my nerd's better than yours.
Probably right now, I would agree with that. Yeah, you're right. I would agree with that.
And plus, let's be real, I'm fucking Texas and Alaska mountain man. I just punched that bear in the fucking face like it deserved.
The only thing I have on you is my distance, because I
have short legs. Yeah, I get it.
Stride is better.
He's like, I get it. I have short legs.
Like I get it, but you're goofy, so you run weird. You probably run weird anyway. Like
bro.
Hobby Lobby.
Look, he's gonna look at me and he's gonna know he's gonna get a better dinner out of you two. So he's gonna be like. Even if I'm slow, he's gonna run right past me and be like, "That ain't worth it. That ain't even worth it."
But you know what we can do? It's like me and Black would just step aside and just be like, "No, after you," and then just like let him just go right after you. Just let him bypass us.
Meanwhile, the fucking dust is settling from Caesar Bolton.
We're probably, those guys like stayed behind. We're like, go get them because they're fat and lazy. So their meat probably tastes like shit.
No, seriously, that's the joke, though, right? That's the joke. It's. If you're gonna go into, a campground where there's bears, just make sure you're faster than at least one other person there, and you'll be good.
Yes, sir.
Don't be the slowest one in the campsite, and you'll be all right.
Or just
have a gun for it. Yeah, that too.
Actually, bear spray is actually more effective than a gun. Believe it or not.
Isn't that just like a really aggressive pepper spray?
Yeah, but it shoots from 40 feet away.
Yeah, it's far.
You can beam them in the face with it.
Yeah.
Look,
the first time.
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
The first time I ever saw a bear, I almost shit my pants.
Yeah.
So in Alaska, the first place I lived, it was like a little. It looked like an old seven room motel. That's what it looked like, but it looked like it had been reconstructed a little bit. You know what I mean? Because the units were all studio apartments. They had a heater, a little kitchenette, a bathroom, and that's it. And so I had a dog. She was a beagle, a little small beagle, right? I walk outside at 2:00 in the morning because it's in Alaska. The daylight, it can still be sunlight at 2:00 in the morning. And I open the door and I see a fucking big ass fucking black bear on the tree going through the dumpster. I picked up my dog and I was like, yeah, nah, fuck that. Turned around, went right back inside. Like, it scared the shit out of me. And we had to call the police and have them take it out of town because we can't leave our property because it sat in the front fucking yard.
Yeah. I'm telling you what, I think the reason that I'm more like, snakes and sharks. I get what you're saying. Like, a bear is tracking you down, right? A bear is running where you're running. I get you. But mentally, I'm in the shark's world if I'm in the water, right? I stand no shot. I stand no shot. Like, he is built for that. I'm in there casually. He's ready for that. Snake? Yeah, I could probably jump up on something that maybe it can't slither up, whatever. But like for the most part, like that shit is creeping around and just gonna sneak through. And you're right, Black. It's probably the Anaconda movie that really fucked me up when it comes to snakes. Like that shit is on another level. No matter how fake it is, like it is really fucking crazy.
I grew up handling small snakes with my mom and my pop the whole time. And dude,
Ice Cube did it to us.
So along the way, and I was like, I'm done. Ain't touching the snake again, bro.
So is it the anaconda sized snake that you're scared of?
Not all.
I'm good with, like, if I see a snake that's like a foot long garter snake or something like that, like that's not gonna really bother me. I'm not gonna pick it up with my hands. I'm gonna get a shovel and just like kind of scoop it and get rid of it. But it definitely, if you're getting up outside of 2 feet and then you start getting some girth on that bad boy, oh no.
Okay, but like, what psychologically makes you think
if that girth is more than my snake girth, and then we got a problem, okay?
That's
what I mean?
You might as well you got a little like sand snakes, bro. What are you scared of?
You know what I mean?
but I understand that, I do. But like, what is it like psychologically that makes you think that you can't just fuck up a snake if it tries to bite you?
With my hands?
I don't want nothing to do with it, bro.
I just don't feel like I'm doing it. But if I have a shovel, yeah, I'm not going to be afraid of like a 2-foot snake. I'm just going to.
Right. Okay. So realistically, if, say you're in the middle of in the woods, right, and you see a 6-foot ball python.
Oh my God! No. Why are we talking about this right now?
No.
My feet are legit on my fucking.
And you see a 6-foot ball python, right? A 6-foot snake is only going to be about that big around.
That's more than my forearm, dude. It's more than my forearm.
Okay.
It's just going to bite down and eat my whole up to my elbow.
But do you know how long that takes?
I don't want to know.
Because they have to literally unhinge their jaw and
depends on element.
Move it one step at a time. So
good, bro.
Okay, even if I have this snake on my arm,
and I'm screaming the whole time, bro.
Okay, this snake is on my arm, right? So this snake is on my arm.
Yeah, but Woot, you're forgetting the constrictor factor of all snakes, bro.
Right.
If that snake is big enough to have my fucking fist in its mouth, that thing is wrapping its fucking shit around these nuts. All right, I'm dead.
But what I'm saying is, they do not have, unless they were directly around your neck, they do not have the constricting. A 6-foot snake does not have the constricting power.
I don't want
to do that. But anyway, what I'm saying is, I've got a snake on my arm. Okay, what's stopping you from literally just grabbing it and literally just cutting off its airway, killing it? Like, that's like the logical.
The pain that's going in my arm right then and there.
Like, shock and awe, bro.
Like, I would rather be like,
fucking snake.
It's like, hey, Woot, do you want to fight a bear or do you want to fight a snake?
I don't want to fight shit, bro. All right.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
this is a bad, scary movie. All right. The ending started as soon as I seen it was happening. I'm like, you know what? Get in the.
Just wait until your package gets to your house.
I was about to say, Black,
I swear to fucking
Black,
God,
he knows where you live, and they're just gonna be this 4-foot snake in a box.
The man come and grabbed all my fucking old PC.
Not even all of it.
And for real, he had a truck full and didn't even get all of it, bro. If I swear to God, if you send me a package of like snakes or some shit, we're gonna have issues.
Not
Don't
like
do
you
it.
Come and see me.
Don't do it.
Not like you come to me.
Dude, okay, my son has this little tiny snake. Like, it's like this long, but it curls up when he's done playing with it. The fucker knows he can scare me with it.
Oh boy.
And like, he'll sneak in the bedroom and he'll put it right where my shoes are. And he'll be like, Dad, you need your phone? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, it's on the floor. You know, I dropped it. You know, like, that's what he does. Floor? By bed? And I'm like, yeah, let me grab it. And I fucking reach down there and I feel something next to him. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
So I look down. I'm like,
listen, I don't think you understand. Like now, like I'm, you know, a little breeze, or my leg hair rubs against my other leg hair, and I'm like twitching right now.
me
There's
too.
a lot of shit.
I just now put down my feet.
Budster said the only thing he's afraid of are spiders, and I mean, I like spiders. I'm good with, like I said, tarantulas a little bit too big for me to like not get creeped out by. But like,
We're done.
Okay.
I grab
Okay.
Raid, I grab any kind of spray, and I just fucking I spray a
All right.
spider to death.
Okay.
Done with.
The snake combo's got to be done, dude.
That's what I'm talking about. Here, I got one better.
You're freaked?
Thank
You're
you.
freaked?
Kubota, it's done.
You're freaked? You're freaked?
No,
Hey,
Kubota. Say, hit me up in Discord when the snakes are done.
Oh,
we're
wow.
done. We're done. What do you guys think about aliens?
Wait, what?
Aliens.
He's talking about aliens. So I'll just be as honest as possible here. It's
Go for it.
somewhat well known to people, somewhat not. Space just doesn't do it for me.
What do you mean?
What does it even mean?
I'm not a It's not that I'm not a believer that, you know, the Earth doesn't have an atmosphere and universe, blah blah blah. But I'm just
my
like,
God, he's a flat earther. Run.
no, we're round. But I'm not like I don't know, man. I just, you know, you see what Earth is, and you just have to imagine, like, at some point something had to happen, you know?
No, I don't. Please elaborate.
Well, I'm just saying, like, look, if Area 51, right, if that actually stuff, like, that just needs to come out and be exposed, because without that, like, I'm just like, I don't fucking care about space. Movies about space, like, all that shit I don't care about.
So you don't think that, like, it would be, like, have you done any of, like, the research about, like, the stuff on Earth, like, as far as like the Egyptian stuff
No.
like that? Like, have you done?
No.
What? So you're saying? So just your belief is that
I've watched X-Men.
in this? Shut up.
That's the thing with the pyramids, right?
It's not so much a
No.
belief, Woot. It's just it's like it's bigger than my mind would ever be able to formulate.
I'm with you on that.
So it's
I
like,
think
why
I
even
think that's where I
bother?
stand.
See, like, I think it would be beneficial, to be honest. Like, I think that if
You bought your ticket to Mars already, didn't you? How much you paying Elon Musk?
fuck Mars. Nah. I want to go.
I want to go further. Pluto, bro.
Pluto's not a planet.
Hey, you don't know that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a psych right there, right? You hear about Pluto? That's fucked up, right?
Yeah, it's a dwarf. It's a
Yeah.
dwarf planet.
That's it. Gus's
That's his hit line.
tagline,
That's
bro.
his hit line. That's his pickup line. You hear about
Yeah,
Pluto? It's fucked
That's
up,
fucked
right?
up,
No,
isn't it?
that's messed up, right?
You better be fucked up.
But no, like, I think that if a advanced enough to come to Earth,
Black, let me in this. I'll make you a believer.
yeah, see, exactly.
Bro,
Yeah.
get on the show. Sign up. You get
But
your
no,
chance.
I was just curious because some people are like, "Oh no, we're the only ones here," and then we're like, "I don't give a shit," and some people are like, "You know, like."
So
I'm just curious. I was just curious.
where I stand is this: it's far too big for anyone to really comprehend, and for anyone to think that we are alone. Insane. But I'm not gonna sit here and I'm gonna think about it and make it okay to think about it.
Right. So, like, let me say, we are alone in the human race type of deal, right? Like, whatever
Yeah,
else
I'm good
is
with
going
that.
on, you're not going to see this form somewhere else, in my opinion, because
What?
of
So like bipedal.
no, like, just I'm talking like you might get living organisms other places and they might evolve and things like that, or there's a reason why movies make aliens like different colors and all these different things. Like, chances are, just with atmospheres and distance to sun and all those different factors, right? Everything forms a different type of protective layer. So like you're not going to get me talking to me from another galaxy. That's just not going to happen.
Well, right, of course not.
So like for me then, the rest of it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing.
Fair.
Like what am I going to comprehend? Like I'm not going to know how to speak what they want to speak. I don't really care to speak what somebody else is going to speak, right? Like
so you never be like, yo, there goes homeboy. He fucked the Martian once. You don't want to be that guy?
No.
Hey, you know the green guy down the street?
No.
You know that weird ass dude? He did it. My man fucking did it.
No. But no, but I'm not like in total like, oh, we didn't land on the moon. You know, I'm not that, right? I'm not like, oh, that was staged.
Conspiracy.
I'm not so much I am more in the world of like, is Area 51 actually a thing, right? Like something has to come out of that for me to actually believe that something is going, like, you know, for me to believe that much of it. But as far as like landing on the moon and stuff, yeah, right? Like I believe that happened. I believe that we send things, satellites and things to Mars and things like that. But as far as like actual proof of anything yet, I don't know that we have it, because I just feel like, you know how much bullshit gets out, right? And you're gonna tell me you can somehow keep something like that classified?
No shot.
No shot.
Well,
no shot.
so,
you don't have somebody who went into that job and then came out and basically
but is this
had
the
a beer
okay.
and went and told somebody about it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Jimmy, did I tell you about this fucking time?
This fucker's head was so big.
Dude, he pissed through his pinky, bro. Fucking Scary Movie 3, bro.
Yeah, it's Scary Movie 3.
Okay,
he's just like in Leslie Nelson's like mouth doing this, and he's like saying, he's got his finger in there. So funny.
Okay.
Tell me you're not a man if you don't do that in the shower.
What?
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
He lets the water come off the middle
here, and
finger.
I bet you she does it.
Okay.
You do it, right? You ever let the water run down
You
your arm?
should
And you're
see
like,
how we be.
She does it.
Okay, but what if at that point you get to the stuff where like, okay, so everybody thinks that Area 51 is like the alien base, right? Correct?
I don't know that I think that. I just kind of that's what everybody says.
Well, right. Like that's the common belief that Area 51 is like.
I wish everybody would have stormed it. You know, to be honest with you, I wasn't going, but I wish that would have happened.
But here's
but I feel like if I have to continue this conversation, we're gonna have to continue it.
Oh my god. But okay, like just to sum it up, what I'm saying is, so like the alien crash, right, happened in Roswell, New Mexico, not Area 51. So why do you think that it's able to get covered up because of stuff like that? Like there's so much stuff the government has hidden and declassified that we have no idea about. Like there's a reason that engineers don't have like smartphones, because they're aware of stuff that exists that we have no idea like even how to fathom.
Wait, what?
So like most engineers have flip phones and not smartphones.
I come from a long, like, I know a ton of engineers personally. What are you talking about?
Hold on. My mic stands falling. I'll explain. I'll go into detail.
My dad himself is an engineer and goes no without his smartphone glued to his hip.
So in that case, ask your dad, how much technology do you think that exists that we don't know about? And I guarantee you he's going to fucking tell you so much stuff that we're unaware of. Promise. Swear to God.
He might not. His dad might not have the right job.
My grandfather works for like GSA, which is like the Child Protective Services branch of the government, right? Okay. And so we would go to his lunches and like stuff like that, like growing up. Okay. Excuse me. And like this is right around like 13, 14, stuff like that. And like they the people that did all the engineering for like the building, like the technical, like what do you call like technological engineering, I guess? Like what do you like?
Be like architectural engineering?
not ours.
Nice
Like
going.
when like
I
an engineer of like
civil
like
engineers.
okay, like so right, but I'm talking about like tech engineers,
Computer
like,
engineer.
Computer engineers, right? That's
Yeah,
maybe the right word.
I'm a computer science major, but there was also a computer engineering major. The difference really there is the hardware versus the software. I work on software, but computer engineer does hardware.
So like they were like those people like that did all of like the cybersecurity and all that stuff like for the building where like they at home like they don't have like smart devices, like they don't have any of that stuff because they're aware of like what that like I don't know, it might just be a conspiracy theory. I don't know. I was just you know what, maybe I was just raised wrong. Maybe I was just raised by weirdos. Maybe that's what it was.
I mean, I thought I heard you say you were raised by bears and moose in Alaska.
Yeah, I got ice. Fuck was that?
What
I just got
happened?
something really. Oh, hey!
But no, I feel you on it. I mean, I do think there's a lot of that stuff going on, right? Here and there, but there's definitely you have to work through it because sometimes there is the conspiracy theorists, and then there's the real stuff. So it's like, and some of the conspiracies turn out to be real. So it's just a matter of like which ones are.
My mic stand just broke. Cool. Hold on a second.
Very good.
That happens. I mean, it's happening to Caesar as we speak.
No, it's not drooping right now.
Oh, it's not.
No, I keep adjusting.
The problem with this one is it goes back up.
Well, so I keep adjusting the tightness on the one that's closest, like to the clamp, and that's been helping. But it definitely still, it's not as fluid as before. Dustin said, "Wow, your mic arm moves great." And he fucking literally boom arm breaks, and then look, boom arm. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't touch this tensioner right here. I do not touch this one.
I had to.
I never touch him.
That's the one that had to be touched. It needed touch.
Not adjusted.
It needed touch.
Needed PB touch.
I needed it. And probably because this Rode Pod mic's heavier than that, sure, though.
No, I have a bunch of them over there. Do you want me to show you?
No.
I have two Rode Pod mics.
We don't need to talk about how many.
We
don't need to talk about how many mics Black has.
I'm about to switch cameras just to prove.
Oh, as I'm struggling with my piece of shit $15 mic stand.
Tell him.
Okay. You know what?
Oh, wrong camera.
I'm just gonna. All right, there we go.
He's just gonna hold it. Nice.
No, let's flex my $4,000 setup.
I think you lowballed him a little bit there, Woot.
Super lowball.
I was talking about not his gaming setup, his the new room setup.
Oh, that's actually less than $500. Even if you count. No, you can't count the mics because of the arms. But if you don't count the arms, yes. That's what I did an entire YouTube video on how cheap I made that.
So
can I not tease you anymore, Bob?
Yeah, I know he does.
No.
He's sensitive, man. He's sensitive.
So defensive. It only cost under $500. It wasn't like the $10,000 for my PC setup.
It was a lot.
I will say, I mean, I do like this boom arm more. I'm just working through the tension rods, like the tensions. They're more complicated than the whatever $20 one I had before, right? That were just nuts and bolts and screws that held it in place. But this one definitely moves better. It's just a matter of like figuring that out. But I am in contact with Blue to find out if I can get a new one under warranty, which I should be able to because I just got this one.
I just want to get a sponsor.
That would be dope.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Well, I mean, hey, you got Black. Have you seen you've seen Deadly Dill on TikTok, right?
I pop in his stream like every day.
Yeah, dude. Like, blew the fuck up so fast. Like,
His Twitch isn't moving too much.
Right. But what I'm saying is that like, so like he started like we started off streaming at like roughly the same time, like heavy. And he's got like 6 or 7 partnerships and shit like that. Like
he's filled with affiliates.
Right,
like, with him.
Like he is just like he's killing it, dude. Like I saw that. He's like, yo, like I got partner, like his little like he got a Discord partner, which is cool. Like he's just like all at once.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know why I got denied Discord partner because I met and exceeded all of the requirements.
Can you
Oh, I
reapply?
did that. I did that before I moved to Facebook as a partner. I'll do that.
Yeah, reapply, bro. Get that Discord partner.
I will do that. Hope it gets accepted this time.
Oh, you know what's crazy, Black? I put out 2 TikToks.
Shit, you scared the fuck out of me, bro.
Two nights ago, I put out 2 TikToks. One on the Caesar account, one on the Dad Club Gaming. Right? I put out the Dad Club Gaming routine, like, hey, this episode's up, and I put out a Caesar one.
Which one did better?
Can't remember now what my Caesar. Oh, it was my birthday jingle. It was my birthday. It was my birthday jingle.
I liked that.
Yeah, so it was my birthday jingle. Anywho,
I saved the sound.
I was watching them because if you guys haven't noticed, I mean, at least from my perspective,
Okay.
I get about 24 hours of views. After 24 hours, it barely moves, right? It goes up maybe like 1 or 2, whatever shows up. But mainly it's like 24 hours to get your view count to where it's going to end up.
Unless it goes viral.
Unless it goes viral, then it'll extend longer because obviously it's going to keep growing. What?
I missed a comment. Someone said he's right. I work for InfoSec and removed all echoes and have installed a contained DVR video security. You want to know who that come from? I would not believe this from anyone else. Kubota.
So he agrees with me on something? Let's go, Kubota, my man.
What?
I told you, dude.
Caesar. Like you got to admit, from anyone else, that would sound a little far-fetched. But we're talking about Kubota, bro.
Well, no, Kubota, I don't mind, but I'm not taking, helper out of my house. She's all over the place. She plays the TV.
I mean, she
plays music for the kids.
In my house
she does everything.
Cortana, so
yeah,
we're set.
So tell Kubota to give you some examples that I couldn't elaborate on, because I made it sound like I was a conspiracy nut job that thinks that my toaster has a camera that's spying on me.
I think they do. Amazon ones and Samsung toasters, they all got touchscreens on them, bro.
That's why I don't have
my wife has to unlock the fridge with her face.
The game over.
I'm kidding.
But like with the Alexa, they definitely listen when you're not listening, paying attention.
Sure.
They have to. How else are they gonna pick up your voice?
Yeah.
No, that's not what I mean though. But I'm saying that they definitely save that. Okay, I got a free Amazon Echo Dot, the little $50 one from Spotify, right?
Yeah.
I was talking specifically about an anime, okay, that had not come out yet. It had not come out yet, and I had seen a commercial or the opening on at work on one of the computers at work, okay, and I'm at home talking on the phone to somebody about this anime.
Okay.
Never have I searched it myself on any of my own devices. Okay. I'm talking about showtimes.
Okay.
I'm talking about the movie theater.
Okay.
I'm talking about everything. I literally open Google, and one of the very first fucking ads that I see is the showing for that movie at my theater.
Me and my wife did a full YouTube video on this. We literally sat around this one device that had every active, everything was active. It had Facebook, it had TikTok, it had Twitch, it had, fucking whatever the fuck. We just mixed all our apps, downloaded them all, signed in, and then let it set there. And we just let it set around the house. It was my note. Wherever the fuck it is. It was my note. And we literally, it was the only thing we didn't touch. So after the week, all we did was talk about some apple pie, a specific apple pie. And the first thing we see on Google Ads.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was great.
But does that bother you though?
Yes.
Don't bother me.
It doesn't bother me any. That's what's interesting about it.
We're in the world. Dude, that's what it is.
I'm just I don't I guess what I'm saying is I would mess around with that, right? I'd have the conversation that some government hears me threaten something, right? And it's
you get some knocks on the door.
I mean, I just made some comments, right? It's
But
you're on a different list now, Caesar.
But here's the problem.
Whatever. I'll be off that list at some point. You know what I mean? This life don't go on forever.
That's for sure, man.
But the problem is that you said that in your home, in your private residence. At what point do they stop with? At what point do you have? You know what I'm saying? Like that was. You said that in your
my home
house.
is not my own space. That's my like. I don't get any of this for nothing, right?
What do you mean?
I can't even walk around my living room naked, right? Because there's windows in my house. You know what I mean? Like it ain't my private space. I'm just saying, like
Dude,
I don't
walk around my house naked.
Yeah, I know,
bro,
but
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I walk into the kitchen, balls in the wind, and make coffee.
Nah, bro.
I don't know if I'd be walking
running
around
that-
with those birds flying around looking for nuts. I'm just saying.
Hey, fuck that, dude. Birds and I'm out. No twigs and berries today. All right, not happening.
Look, all I'm getting at is like I personally am like whatever. I don't give a shit. You can hear me, you can listen to me. It probably because I feel like I live a pretty, my definition of like high morals, right? Like I'm not perfect by any means, but like if something I believe or say or do breaks something, some moral code, right? Somebody else's moral code, I'm okay living with those consequences just strictly because I feel like I live the best moral code that I agree with. So that's like, if somebody wants to listen in on my fucking conversation, great. You know, whatever. Good for you. Hopefully you learn something.
But at what point does it stop at only just listening? Yeah, that's
not.
what
I'm okay. I'm okay being watched.
They're selling.
I'm
all
watched
that shit,
every
bro.
day. I'm
You
watched
wanna
every
see
day.
these? You got it.
I
But
guess,
you gotta pay $5 like everybody.
Like
I
I
just
don't
have
want,
to pay you to do it with my taxes.
Like I don't want Jeffrey Bezos to know if I subscribe to somebody's OnlyFans or like, bro. Like that's just
He knows already, bro.
Right. But that's my private thing, right? Like I don't want anybody to know that. Like that's what I'm saying. There are some things that you have, like your private life is private.
You know what's
like,
interesting? You know what's interesting? With the right,
Spin?
audience. No, with the right
Ooh,
audience
Good TV.
and with the right environment, I will damn near talk about goddamn anything, Woot.
Same.
With no like
Bring it on.
I don't have Woot. I don't have any OnlyFans because I'm married and
I don't
like,
either.
I'm not going down that path.
I mean, that was an example.
Yeah, he's just saying, you know. I mean,
Like,
Hypothetical. That was just a
you
hype.
guys heard it here. Wootbeer has like 8
if Ryan
That was
Reynolds
just-
decides to open one, I'll talk about
That was
it. But
just a
until then-
hypothetical, right? That was just a hypothetical. No, I'm just kidding. I honestly don't. I don't care.
I don't either, bro.
But if
That's
I would,
good TV,
but,
though.
but let's be honest here. I'd be lying to you and everybody else out there if I didn't look and see if that somebody's random OnlyFans isn't fucking published for the public because somebody leaked some shit. You know, I'd be lying to you if I didn't say, "Oh, Google, hey, is this out there somewhere?" I kind of am interested in what that would look like, right? But I'm not personally subscribed to any. But I'm just saying, like, I'd be lying to everybody if I just fucking said no. Like, okay, people, like, you're gonna tell me you haven't like been like,
we're
hey,
all
wait,
hearing what you're saying. We're waiting to skip it.
wait,
Yeah.
wait. You know,
Okay.
Corinna puts out these OnlyFans. You're gonna tell me you didn't like go. Wonder what those like. She's making a shit ton of money.
That is.
She's making a ton of money.
Wait, who?
Yeah, I didn't. It sounded like he said Quintinos.
No,
I was like, what the fuck kind of pizza roll is that?
No. She's a Facebook. She's your world, bro. It's Corinna Kopp or whatever her name is. The KOPF.
That already exists. Duh.
I'm-
Karina
I
Kopp.
don't even know who that is. I know two partners here.
She was a YouTuber first.
Kingslayer
Who's a YouTuber
and
first?
Stone Mountain.
I
YouTuber? Streamer?
know quite a few because like it just pops up on my gaming page. She was a YouTuber, now she she streams, but anyway, it's just what people are doing these days, right? They go and that's what they make their money, and I don't care. But I hear you, Woot. We can skip over it, Black, if that makes you feel better. If you feel uncomfortable talking about what you do and don't do in your spare time, listen.
Bitch, bro.
Listen. Listen, if you want to hide behind your little ice cream curtain and you do that, but I know damn well you're searching up some ice cream sandwich eaters out there to see what flavors next on your list.
Ryan Reynolds eats cupcake covered in ice cream. That's my search history.
Anywho, good times.
Dude, my wife questions things when she sees my search history. All right,
I believe it.
that's so true. You've met me in person, Woo.
Yeah, that's factual. You know what?
We did TikToks together.
We did a TikTok that I forced you to do.
He did. I was a little shy. I've never performed in front of someone.
Yeah.
Except every fucking day of your life.
Dude, oh, and that's another thing about being recorded. My life is fucking recorded, bro.
No, you're
it's
just
all there.
You're like treating. Go ahead, go ahead.
But you don't have like insanely like I don't know how to explain. It doesn't matter. I just worry about somebody. You know, if I'm talking to my to my kid or my mom, and I'm like I don't like that's something that's meant for that person to hear and not other people.
He just wants a little bit of boundaries.
Exactly.
I mean, I think everyone could get behind that, but it's just impossible.
If Papa Bezos wants to see my nuts in the wind on Monday mornings, and then okay, let me have Monday nights, to myself.
If you want your privacy, just build yourself a nice tinfoil room. Go in there. No electronics are allowed in the room, and there you go.
You could also do it with chicken wire.
Let me be perfectly honest, okay? Maybe an unpopular opinion, but I am completely fine with Bruce Wayne's sonar shit that Morgan Freeman was not. Okay,
I agree. I agree. I was on the Bruce side. My wife was on the fucking other side.
I'm completely okay with that.
Ruined the night, bro. I'm just fine with it. The better give, bro. But as long as you're able to take in context, I'm fine with that. And don't take me out of context, you little bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Anywho. Good discussion here. We normally we run these about an hour to 2 hours. We're coming up on the 2 hour range, which makes it more for me to upload and edit and things like that. So I think, as Black, you had another question for Woot. I think we might wind down here, and
oh boy,
you got a question for him?
I do not.
You don't have a question for your good old pal Woot Beer?
I mean, when are you gonna come buy me Subway again,
brother? Listen. If I drive 3.5 hours,
who even bought last
Subway? I bought it. What the fuck do you mean?
Really?
I was like, bro, you're not paying for it, and you're like, yeah, because I gotta get the kids. I gotta get the kids.
Woot, that was a pretty good answer. You could have been like, whenever you plan on boxing up the microphone or whatever, right? For when you get there, right?
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, we are doing a massive Elgato giveaway on the Black UK
Nobody
Facebook
wants
channel.
the Elgato giveaway who's on a PC.
Honest to God, I would love that.
Who wants the next giveaway? Huh?
I would love.
Well, I don't, but there are Xbox people out there.
I would love.
As the man who's never heard of Halo.
I've never said I never heard of Halo. I said I didn't own it. Go ahead. You would love.
I would love a capture card because I have my PS4. Yeah. But like that shit, like I bought one, $200-something odd, right? Bought one, finally was able to stop, like, because I had a laptop that could run pretty much anything. It had like a 2080 in it or some shit like that. Not really, but like I could run whatever I wanted to. So that's what I started streaming on, but I could only play like light PC games. Sure. You know what I mean? Like, because I only had one monitor and my TV. I lost train of thought. Fuck me.
Capture card. It was a capture card.
Yeah. So like episode beforehand, I was streaming solely on PS4 with a PS4 camera, and that sucks. You can have overlays, but not really. Like, sure. I had to
Yeah, you had to do it as a Twitch mod.
Not even a Twitch mod. No. Like, so what you had to do as a Twitch overlay is you had to download like the extension on your, but like it wouldn't show to mobile users. Like the overlays wouldn't show to mobile users. Wouldn't show to console. Like only PC users.
Yeah. And
so you're so limited, and then plus like every time you like change a game, right, you have to end the stream and then go back. And I every time it's like you play COD for 2 hours. Like Black, how many times do you switch games when you?
Depends on the day. Because there was that one day
every time you
switched
switch
a game.
every time you switch games on PS4, you have to restart your stream.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. So like I got it. I was like, dude, I want to start playing Apex. Like, I want to start like putting all this energy into streaming. And I bought a capture card, and I went home and I used it. And I'm like, oh, this is cool and great. And then I sat there and I'm like, dude, I spent $200.
He talked.
Buyer's remorse.
Yo, he talked.
Very,
He
yeah.
talked me out of it. I got a $35 one that works great for my Switch and my PS4. $35.
Yeah, I didn't know those existed until after I'd gotten it.
I didn't either. I literally purchased the Elgato one.
Oh, this
right?
was the night you got your stream deck.
And then the Stream Deck too. But I purchased the. Thanks for the like. Swerve.
Swerve.
It's hard because he changed his name, so it's like, it used to be BB, right? No, it used to be BB, right? So, anywho, I literally had it purchased with Amazon, and Black tells me, he's like, Vibes uses a $35 one off Amazon. Just ask him which one he uses, and so Vibe sent me a link to the Amazon one he bought, and that's what I use. And the only issue I had originally with it was getting the audio out of it, but I just now use OBS on my PC to just send the console audio out from my PC. And it might be delayed like a split second, but not much, if that.
I mean, there's a bunch of different ones, but you can buy some that have an aux jack so that you can hear everything.
Mine had one, but it's like it's a microphone and a headset separately. And that was the problem. Weird. And I was trying to chat to people on it. But anyway.
Nice.
No, so Woot, sorry for the miscommunication of why no, I definitely for the 8 p.m., but I meant just getting on here, because I remember in the very beginning we started these and you were talking about it, and then I never saw your sign up come through. So then I was like, I guess he doesn't actually want to be on it. But then when I reached out to you, you were like, oh my God, you're like, I wanted to be, I've been waiting for the golden ticket. I was like, you've had it the whole time. It's been in your pocket. You just had to insert.
Well,
insert that
told me I had to be invited, so.
I'm just glad I had your number.
Well, my phone was actually dead. I was.
No shit.
Yeah, he tried.
No shit.
My phone was dead because I was doing laundry.
Yeah, laundry.
Yeah, bro. I washed like 5 loads of laundry. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it was nice. Nice to have fresh underwear.
Swerve said he loves everybody and misses us. You don't have to miss us, Swerve, but love you too, buddy. So Woot, you're always welcome to be on again. This was a great conversation. We can even get into more. Maybe what we do one of those joint ones. We get Kabuta back on here with Woot, and we get that conspiracy. Who's listening to what conversation.
I'm down 100%.
And then what?
Me and Caesar on top.
What'll be a real good spin on this, Black, is when Woot starts talking about his snakes, and Kabuta's like, "Oh, I know, I gotta go,"
So why give me? Oh yeah, no.
It doesn't. My scene just fucked all up when he did that.
What? What happened? Was he hanging up?
I don't know.
I did that on purpose.
I know. I was so confused.
My overlay looks so messed up.
Yeah, mine did too. So I had to quickly switch to no names. But so next week we'll be on again. We'll get a guest lined up for next week. It sounds like it's going to be Postal. Justin's probably going to be on next week. Should be ready. Woot, thanks so much for being honest with it. And I think the only time I've really gotten to talk to you outside of like our chat windows has been games of Among Us. Yeah, Among Us.
Last time we played Among Us together was not.
It's been a while.
No, do you remember what happened last time we were teammates?
When we were teammates?
Yeah.
What happened when we were teammates?
Do you not remember?
I mean,
as you can tell by the expression on my face, I give no shit about Among Us.
So it was that night where I had ingested things.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a few of those.
Fuck you. I had taken stuff and like I wasn't. You were my partner. I was literally just fucking running around the map, like looking at everything because it looked cool.
Okay.
Do you not remember this at all? That's so unfortunate. Literally, that's so unfortunate. You were literally like, dude, Woot, I can't do it by myself, and I'm like, I can't help it.
Oh, I probably remember that. I probably remember like you weren't killing people or something. I probably remember that, but I also didn't know that that's what was happening, so I don't have that angle on it.
Yeah, that's what was happening.
Yeah. Well, so the last time I played, the last time I played with Dave and them, I just remember getting upset because the rules went to like you can have a conversation mid-round, and I'm good on this, you know. Like I'm like I like taking that game somewhat serious during the round, right? Like, you know, I especially if you're a fucking imposter, you're trying to get away with shit, you know.
Right.
It's like it's fun, but I mean I love that game and I would play it, but I need 10 people, otherwise I can't do it. I just don't like doing it with less than 9 or 10.
Because it's not fun.
It's not nearly as much fun, you know. Things get exposed way too soon, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But anywho, well, Woot, like I said, we welcome everybody back. Right now, we have some people signed up for a second episode, but I'm still going through people with first episodes as much as possible. I'd like to get through as many people for the first time. But definitely life events. I know what Vibes we want to have back on because he wasn't a father and now he is a father.
Oh shit!
And you know, Nice Guy Gaming wasn't a streamer and now he is a streamer. So there's been a lot of those kind of life changes. More than happy to have people on. And
absolutely,
but, dude,
man.
Thanks so much for clearing up. You know, Minecraft is not in like I can stay away from Minecraft. Okay, I'm good on Minecraft. But when I see you playing that GTA roleplay, dude, I was literally like, oh my God, I think I could get fucking sucked into this. So I need to stay away. Like, it's like,
you are welcome anytime, baby boy.
I was like, I need to stay away. Because
by the way,
next thing you know, I'm fucking up. It's 5 a.m. I work in an hour in my real job, but I just finished my shift as a fucking mechanic at Bayview. Oh my God.
Okay, so
I want to be a police officer.
Black.
No joke. I would be like,
do it.
Fucking undercover.
So like sidebar before we all close this out. It's like as a police officer, right? So you can open up like the police like database, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can just type in somebody's ID number and it lets you know if they have a warrant, or it lets you know, and like you can be driving past somebody and then fucking just bam, and then like that's gonna be a whole different unique interaction every single time. Like that's why it's so cool, because it's so different. Like it's not just GTA, it's a whole new game almost.
I would definitely go to police academy and try to be a police officer in that game 100%, because I don't want to do it in real life. Hell no, I don't want to do that in real life. Like more power to people who want to.
See with all the dumb shit you'd have to deal with, like.
But I don't want to do that in real life. I really don't. I would do it in game, but I don't want to do that in real life. So that'd be a lot of fun. You know, reading people their rights, all that kind of shit would be a lot of fun. But I want to thank you for opening up my eyes to that, coming in here, and this was awesome. And
it was a good one.
I appreciate you.
I think the Kubota adding to it would be even better.
That would be yeah. So we gotta talk about, like, I haven't ideated around multiple guests yet. I haven't ideated around a group session with like a reunion type deal. I haven't really thought through that process, but I do think that would be fun. You get into a situation where it's like, well, how do you do that with 6 to 8 different people all trying to get a word in at the same time, right? Like, you know, in a room you can do that, but
a really good mod could do that.
You almost have to have a facilitator in the call.
Like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you would have to do what Ranger and I did to have like game nights. It was insane. Ranger had to manage like 10 chats.
It's like
the dude should have been paid.
Well, it's like a game. It's like a game of Among Us, right? Where everybody's trying to like plead their case.
Yeah.
But now you're talking about who likes snakes versus who don't like snakes. You know what I mean? Or who believes in aliens and who doesn't.
I mean, those are questions that you need to know how they define a person. Those questions definitely define a person.
I agree. I agree.
Like if you're like, hey, do you believe in aliens? And you're like, oh, the government hasn't told us anything. You know that person's a fucking nut job, right? Like not a nut job, but like that's what I'm saying.
No,
You
yeah,
can tell a lot by a person, but like what they believe in. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
so
you
like,
you thought I was Earth is flat guy there for a split second.
I mean, that was just.
I know it was. I know it was.
At first, I was like,
Thank
is
you.
this guy serious? And he's like, and I was like, no, he's probably just fucking with me. Like, but my mind did go there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just I don't have enough to like even fathom that. Like my mind doesn't want to wander that far.
Oh, I got you. You just don't have ADHD. I got you.
I do though. I definitely do. I just don't have that type. I guess I focus on other fucking shit, like watching somebody work the mechanic shift at Bayview.
Bro,
know?
Speaking of, I was watching, I think it was Riley's stream, and he had Swerve up in the background. Dude, he went, shoot, shoot, shoot. There's a guy, oh my God, a soccer ball. Shoot, 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 shoot. I caught it on a clip, and I named it Swerve's ADHD in a nutshell. Like, why the soccer ball? Like, what?
Yeah. Like squirrel. The dog.
Yeah.
Squirrel. Squirrel.
Oh, okay.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
I died laughing so hard.
All right, guys. This was great. I'm going to take us into the fuzzy screen. We'll see everybody next week. Adios.